Hello, my name is Manon Vannerum. I'm a student from grade 10 and I'm making this video together with a brochure for my personal project. This is a project all students in IB schools have to do. The subject of my personal project is online education. I chose this subject because I had a friend last year who moved from a traditional school like GCS to online schooling at home. This was new for me and I was interested in how it actually works. Do you know where we are? We're here at Knowledge Village and I chose this location because some of the universities of Dubai are located here. To get into one of these universities or even a university in any other part of the world, you need to get through your secondary education and graduate successfully from your grade 12 examinations. You can get your secondary diploma in many different ways. Besides the traditional one, going to school and following classes in school, there are also online education pathways. In this video, I'll be talking about two online education systems. The first one I'll be talking about is Pamoja Education, which is a combination of following classes in school and following classes online. The second one is called K-12, which is full online education at home. In this video, I'll be explaining what these two programs are, how they work, who can take these online programs, what subjects can you select, two testimonials of students, and lastly, some helpful tips for students wishing to make use of one of these online programs in the future. I decided to make this video and a brochure because these are the two sources students and parents use to inform themselves. I hope to give you the right information you need to make your decision. Let's go now to Greenfield Community School, where I'll be talking about Pamoja Education. Pamoja Education is an online program for IB schools. That's why I brought it to Greenfield Community School. This school offers a full IB curriculum. Pamoja Education does not offer the full IB or career-related programs only used with Pamoja. We're talking here about grades 11 and 12. Therefore, students can choose a few courses on Pamoja, the ones that the school does not offer, and take the other ones face-to-face in their IB World schools. That's why we're here in the common room, where grades 11 and 12 can study between their periods. How does Pamoja Education work? Pamoja Education works by taking specific courses online on a platform. A teacher of Pamoja will upload the work for the week on a Tuesday, and by the next Tuesday it should be finished and handed in through Pamoja. Pamoja definitely encourages students to self-study in their own time, although they can join a live lesson with their teacher every week if they have questions. The online platform dashboard includes the students' progress throughout their course. Every week, the lesson will be different than the week before. It includes a variety of different activities each week to keep the students engaged and mostly interested in working on their online course. I would like to end my information on Pamoja by giving some tips for students who want to follow these online courses. First of all, you need to work independently. The two important and maybe the most important ones are time management and organization. Furthermore, you always need to stay focused in every lesson, because if you fall behind, it's difficult to catch up and stay on track. I'll now show you a video. It's from a student who graduated last year in Greenfield Community School. Her name is Alia. Alia now studies a bachelor in psychology at the University of London. In grades 11 and 12, Greenfield Community School didn't offer psychology as a course, so the school advised her to follow this course through Pamoja. As I already said, Alia is studying in London. It was not possible to have a face-to-face interview with her, so I sent her some questions and she was so kind to answer them, record her testimonial and send it to me. I will now give the word to Alia.
My name is Alia and I did psychology through Pamoja in grade 11 and 12 for my IB. So the first question is, why did you decide to use Pamoja? I used Pamoja because I couldn't do psychology as a normal lesson because there was no psychology teacher obviously, so I had to because I wanted to do psychology in university, so I had to do it somehow. So I found out about Pamoja that it's like an online learning platform, and then I just did it through there. Second question is, how does Pamoja work? So Pamoja is kind of just like an online classroom where you get a set amount of lessons per term, and then you go in and you do those lessons, and like there's a certain amount of lessons that you have to do a week, and you always have like tasks and stuff you have to do in a week, and they kind of give you the time, like they give you a deadline to finish everything. So you go in and you do your lessons, and then sometimes there'll be like online like live lessons and stuff, and that if you can't attend them, they'll record them and stuff, so you have like lessons to watch as well. And there's teachers that you can ask questions, like you have an assigned teacher that you can ask questions and stuff. So yeah, that's how it works basically. What are the advantages and disadvantages of using Pomoja? Okay, so one thing that I would say is both an advantage and a disadvantage is time management, because when you do online learning, you really have to stay on top of your work yourself, because there's no teacher on your back telling you 24/7 that you have to do your work and you have to hand this and that. And so in a way, it's like, if you're not very good with time management, it's a good thing because you learn to kind of manage your time better and be organized. But at the same time, it can be a struggle if it's something that you find difficult, and that might affect your work, so that's something to keep in mind about it. Another thing is that it's a completely different way of learning. Like, I thought it was really interesting and different from normal learning, because you become really like independent, like everything's on you, it's all up to you how you want to handle everything and like spend your time and stuff. So yeah. Why do you like using Pomoja for your course? So I thought Pomoja was good because it was, well, for me it was the only other option I had to do psychology, but it ended up being really good because the learning was actually really, really good. Like, they taught really well, they made it really interesting. There was always like, in your lessons you have like a little introduction, and then you have what you have to do and like a task and stuff, and there's always like little interactive tasks and stuff, and like the introduction was always interesting. Like, it was either like a TED talk or something really cool that you could like relate to and stuff. It was always really interesting. Did you enjoy doing an online course? Yes, I did. I thought it was a very different experience, but it was just like any other like lesson. Like, I didn't feel like it was a burden, to be honest. I thought it was really interesting to do an online course. Yeah. Did you sometimes find your course hard? Of course, yeah, it was hard because it was very on me. I had to stay on top of my work all the time and make sure that I did what I had to do by the end of the week. And the thing is, GCS gives you like a certain amount of lessons a week that you can do when you do Pomoja. So for example, for psychology, that was in block, I can't remember which block, but it was with the block that people do business in. So whenever everyone else had business and like ITGS, I would do psychology. So I would just go and sit in the common room and do my work. But it could be hard sometimes if I wasn't in the mood, or like, like once every 2 months or something, you'd be a bit tired and just not in the mood to do work, and then you kind of fall behind because there's no teacher telling you, oh, like, get your work done and stuff. So that could be a bit difficult. What subjects did you take? I took psychology. How long did you do the course for? So I did the course over grade 11 and 12, so that's around a year and a half, probably less. And is there any tips I can give to other students? Don't be scared of online learning, because I know that a lot of people think that it's a very different, like something very different and scary, but it's really not. Like, it's just a different platform of learning. It's you learn the same content, it's just the way that it's delivered to you, like the information is delivered to you. But a tip I would give is make sure that you make a schedule, or stay on task all the time, stay organized, because it's very, very easy to fall behind. Like, for me, I did psychology, which was something that I was really interested in, but I'm sure if I did something that I didn't like, it would be really hard for me to stay on task. So make sure that you're interested in what you're doing if you're doing online learning, and that you can make a promise to yourself that you're actually going to stay on task.
I'm back home now, sitting at my desk to show that this online education, K-12, is very different from Pomoja. K-12 is a full-time online education program that you can follow anywhere in the world, and it's mostly followed at home or wherever there's a good internet connection. K-12 is an American curriculum that offers a full-time online education from KG to grade 12. So if you graduate with K-12, you get a US diploma. K-12 works by students working independently with the given work on the K-12 platform. On this platform, a teacher uploads the work for the day. Students mostly work online on their computers, but part of it are also offline activities using offline material like textbooks and workbooks. Students can ask questions to their teachers by email, by Skype, or live chat. They can also join a live lesson on a regular basis if they want. After each unit, there is a test of what you learned. I again have some tips for students who want to follow the K-12 program. Of course, you need the same requirements like Pomoja. As it's a full-time education, you even need more to manage your time wisely and get your work done. Besides that, an important part of it is planning. At the end of the day, you need to have your work finished. I found a student in Dubai who is following the K-12 program. Her name is Joelle. She left her school 3 years ago, then went first to another school, but at the end decided to follow the K-12 online program. I invited Joelle at my home to talk with her about K-12, and I will now show you my interview I had with her. Why did you decide to use K-12 as your secondary studies?
At first, K-12 was way cheaper than most schools here in Dubai because schools here in Dubai are really expensive. And a lot of my other friends were doing it, and I really wanted to see how it was, and I thought it was quite interesting to try and see how online school works.
How does K-12 works?
So it's all online, and basically when you go on the website you have all your classes, and so you do your classes and you have a lesson. After each lesson you have a quiz to do, and during the classes you have essays to do and like assignments, and at the end of each unit you have like a big test to do and like an essay or like a project or something, and then at the end of the term you have your exams.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of K-12?
Well, advantages is that you get to learn a lot of self-discipline because you have to do everything by yourself, and it's quite easy. And the disadvantages is just like your school social life that isn't the same, like because you're at home and you don't really socialize with anyone during school. So yeah.
Do you like K-12?
Honestly, yeah, I like it quite a lot, and it has helped me a lot, and it got me to get myself more self-disciplined because I was one of those people that was like, okay, I don't want to study and stuff, so it helped me a lot with that.
Don't you miss the social contact with other students?
Yeah, I do, and I miss going to school and like talking to people during school and stuff, but I see most of my friends after school now, so that's fine as well.
Do you feel K-12 is sometimes hard?
No, not really.
How long have you done K-12 for?
For about 6 months now.
Will you continue your studies using K-12?
No, I currently stopped with it, but if it was my choice, I would have kept going with K-12.
Are there any tips you can give students considering to use online education?
If they want to do online education, the only thing that I can tell them is that you need a lot of self-discipline, and you need, you just have to work hard to get into doing your schoolwork, and yeah.
As we're coming to the end of my video about online education, I came back to Knowledge Village to share with you the last few words. If you want to read more about online education, I also made a brochure in which you can find all the information I gave you, but also links to websites, and of course about Pomoja, your IB school can inform you. I had a lot of pleasure making this video, and I would like to thank my coordinator, Mr. Ritter, and my supervisor, Ms. Cashin, to guide me through the personal project. And of course, I couldn't have made this video without someone recording it. It's my brother, Manon Vannerum, who graduated last year in the IBCP program in Greenfield Community School and is now studying in the University of SAE, where he is following a bachelor in animation. So also thanks to him, he learned me how to put this video together. Bye bye!